Bought 5 dozen eggs, $24.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, okay, okay.
Welcome. Yeah, I figure we'll wait about a half an hour before I get into this story business because I'm going to actually have to get off of StreamYard just to see. I've got like 30 tabs open right now of all the research I was doing. And the thing is, I had to stop. This stuff goes and goes and goes.
Are we live by chance?
Yeah.
Okay. But I did not see. It says we was live, and I did not want to say the wrong thing.
Just look up in that little corner up there.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we live. I hate my voice with a passion.
I love it. I love listening to you. I could listen to you guys all day.
I don't even go back and watch my own streams. So that's how bad I hate my voice.
Yeah, I've actually answered people in your chat when they leave a comment for you. You got to remember, every once in a while, check your comments.
I did. I checked my comments. Well, I checked them yesterday, but I didn't have but maybe about 3 or 4 comments in there.
Yeah, but 3 or 4 matter. Like, heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I answered what I thought, was all of them, but evidently not.
Yeah, I go back and I look at my comments. I have no comments. An hour later during the day, I see a bunch of comments from a year ago. It's like, why are these showing up like as new comments a year ago?
Yeah.
Well, I apologize for not answering my comments back. I have answered a few of them, but evidently not all of them.
There was somebody asked you a question. I forgot what it was, and I just answered it for you.
Well,
I don't know if they replied back or anything. Because most of the time when I make a comment or something, if I get a comment back or they reply back, most of the time I don't even see it because it's YouTube.
Right. So what do you got planned for the weekend?
It's 7:04.
Yeah, he's live.
I still want to get working and making a thing in the basement for growing. Just trying to figure out where to put everything.
That's where I'm at. So I got everything in that room that needs to come out from under the light so I can put the tomatoes and cucumbers under the light. So I have to take out all my herbs and my tomato plants out, put them into different containers that are going to fit in our windows until spring. And then that way I can plant the tomato seeds and cucumber seeds.
Yeah. And I've actually got a pump that I was thinking about making for doing hydroponics.
Nice.
But I need to get a tank for it. Would be the
well, depending on the wind, I may have one hell of a bonfire this weekend.
What are you burning?
Oh, just brush and everything that I've cut down. But that thing is about as high as my pickup is.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, you'll be able to see the smoke probably for a couple of miles. And I live behind the fire department. Ain't that funny? I'm going to have to mute myself and tell my wife what I told you, Bushcraft, about what's going on. Yeah. And she took a nap and just now waking up. So, but when she gets in here and gets settled down, that's when I'm going to tell her, go ahead and get over with. So
I hope everybody out there is trying to stay warm. It has been a cold, windy day. That's why I got my sweatshirt on.
At least you got a red one.
Yeah. Well, it's Friday.
Yeah, with a sweatshirt.
I keep forgetting about that.
It was
Yeah.
windy here yesterday.
Hey, look, it's Shift Kicker,
Yeah, well,
the
you got
one
more
and only
coming.
robot that will kick your
I think it's
butt.
been windy for a week now.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's weird because it'll drop, like it dropped down to 20s and was snowing. Then about midway through morning, it warmed up and then it started raining and then it
I
got cold
have come
again.
here to chew bubble gum.
Wait a minute.
It can't make up its mind.
All right.
And I'm
Well,
all
now, the northern part of our state, I'm going to say from Hillsboro toward the coast. And I'm going to say where I'm at, I'm on the borderline and going north. Next weekend, they're calling for a mixed precipitation, but they said it's too far out for them to make a call on it right now.
Yeah.
Suburban Hillbilly says that she's been locked in all day, manhunt in the neighborhood. Never heard what
Oh.
happened. I'd be looking up to see what's
Yeah,
going
stay
on.
safe.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm a type to be sitting on the front porch looking.
I went to Ollie's today. And
I was going to. I went to Roll King.
I love that place. Well, guess what? I just happened to go down like where the pillows were and Bible comforters, and I get going down to like the aisles, and alongside the wall, I noticed there was like 3 coffee makers on the shelvings.
They need to outlaw Rural King.
No.
This was out.
We ain't got none. That's why you need to outlaw them. We ain't got none down here.
I like Rural King.
Oh yeah.
We don't have one either, but
I think we took stock in dollar stores around here. I mean, come on. You know, you think about it. You got Dollar Tree. They went up to $1.25, but still, they got some decent food in there. Dollar General, Family Dollar is about the same way, you know. And you go to Piggly Wiggly, Food Line, Walmart, prices up there are so outrageous, it ain't funny.
Art, as long as you tell me ahead of time that you're going to egg the house, that way I can try to catch the eggs. 'Cause they're a bit expensive right now.
Arky wanted to wait just a little while until live stream before we start talking about some eggs. But yeah, that's expensive hobby nowadays. Is that even a hobby? Egging houses. It's more like orneriness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to the point is the only people that can afford to buy eggs is going to be the rich people that make minimum wage.
We just have to cut back on some other things so we can have the eggs, you know.
Yeah, they've actually have places where they have their eggs locked up. You have to get like video games or something. You have to get help for them to unlock it to get the eggs out.
Good luck with that at Walmart.
They're thinking about it. Same thing with the higher price meats and stuff. There's trackers on them and stuff.
I've made joke about this and have brought it up that here in the future, the grocery stores is going to be to where you can't just walk in, you know. You got to flash a card or something to get in or whatever. And before you come out, they unlock the door. I saw on the news where there is a grocery store chain thinking about doing that.
Well, there is Sam's Club,
No. It's going to be worse at Sam's Club.
because you actually have to have a card to go in and shop and stuff there.
You mean you can't just go in and look? You got to have a
No.
call.
You have to. It's a membership thing where you go in and, I mean, they have them down south from here, but they don't. It's not around here. But
Well, now we got Sam's Club around here, but I've walked in and looked around, but I've not bought nothing. I just wanted to see what they had.
yeah, you have to have that card. It's just a membership. It's so much a month or a year or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as Costco, and there's a few other ones like
Not
that.
worth getting the membership though, unless you go monthly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
that also sounds like BJ's around here also.
It works the same way.
Yeah.
That's all we have is a BJ's. We don't have a Sam's Club close. Christy Bond, I was mentioning about coffee pots at Ollie's today. They had like 3 on the shelf. They had like a lot of shelves and things they had like an abundance of, and then other things were like really empty. So even the warehouse places are even seeing it. But just stuff isn't there. And the expiration dates are getting closer and closer. Did I mention live about our meat? Our meat is only good for 2 to 3 days off the shelf.
Well, I think I could go ahead and get started with this. It's going to be now. I won't be able to see any questions because I'll have to be reading on the other tabs that I got open.
Jeff will alert you if anything major.
So there has been a lot of talk about Tractor Supply, and this is just not Tractor Supply that owns these companies. One of the chicken feeds is called Producer's Pride, and there's a bunch of different off brands and that are run by the same company and everything. But I talked a little bit about this last night on 101s that they're actually saying there's a lot of talk out there that chickens stopped laying eggs about 6 months ago in that area of time. And a lot of people has tracked it down to this chicken feed that they've been getting from Tractor Supply and some other places. And so I figured I'd do some digging on it. Now I did a little bit digging and found out that the company that makes it and whatnot, but there's actual CEOs and the people that's on board have ties to some very shady stuff. I mean, and I'm not going to go down that too much, but everybody knows about Victoria's Secret and the owners and who they're associated with. These board members are the same people who were involved with all that. Now, that's where I'm ending with that, because it, like I said, it goes way deeper than that on that side of the story. So I wanted to find out the first thing, who makes this feed. And I found out that whoever makes it is Purina Animal Nutrition, which is Purina.
They will have a cremated or what?
Don't know.
Purina, like the cat food and dog food and other feeds and stuff.
Yeah, they have.
Now, on this, I actually found out that there's also the cattle death that happened last year with all those cows ate the same feed that this company makes, not just for chickens, but they actually make feed for other livestocks and stuff like cattle. And all these cows died, and they said it was the drought and the heat and everything else, but they're finding out that the cattle deaths are linked to producers' pride feed. Now, so I say, well, okay, who owns this company? And when I went to the Purina Animal Nutrition place, I find out it's one of those side companies that Land O'Lakes owns. And I thought, well, that's a butter place. What's that place? Well, to find out, they actually they have eggs themselves. They have their own brand of eggs,
Right.
which I didn't know, but I did some more digging to find out about their eggs and who makes these eggs for Land O'Lake. It's White Wave Foods. So I went down another hole over here, and they own a bunch of other companies, like 600 and some other companies all over the world, a lot of them in this country, mainly in the north. They own Land O'Lakes, they own milk companies, dairy farms, and all kinds of stuff. And then I found, well, who owns this company? So I find out that CalMaine Foods owns or is involved in these companies. CalMaine Farms or Foods is the biggest egg producer in the United States. Biggest. That means it's like I forget, 1 billion dozen eggs a year or something like that. That's a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
Now I found out by just clicking on their website that they have made more money from 6 months ago till now than they did in the last 3 to 4 years. So you could see it as just money making. Is this company just making feed to give out to everybody else besides what they're doing, just to raise the price of eggs so they make a profit?
Years ago, when Land O'Lakes stopped, they couldn't, WIC for women, infants, and children. WIC wasn't honoring Land O'Lakes cheese anymore because Land O'Lakes cheese isn't all 100% cheese anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's all oil. So they stopped honoring that. That goes, yeah. Oof.
So what else I did find out, they are also making a new company that is going to wants to replace said eggs, chicken, and all this stuff, and it's made from bugs.
Bugs.
Yes.
Really?
So
Yep.
with the shortages due to the bird stuff, the feed with the bison, the cows, the cattle, and then with the chickens, because of the protein. They need protein to lay eggs.
Well, the thing is, their formula for this feed changed 6 months ago. And at 6 months, no eggs have been laid.
Right. Dun dun dun.
for not for them, but for everyday farmers or homesteaders or stuff like this. And this is a major thing that's going around right now. You
Right.
see it all over. What's wrong? And now some of the other YouTubers are coming up with it, and that's why I said I'm going to do some
Right.
major digging into this.
Well, do you remember with Purina years ago? And I know that my dog Jenny passed of mast cell cancer. Well, I don't know if I should mention the company that we're talking about with the feed, Purina.
Was he gonna
Yeah.
call?
They had a huge thing with their ingredients in their foods causing certain problems in dogs and cats. So this is seems like an ongoing habit.
Yeah. Yeah, and let me find the tab for the cattle death.
Please.
Yeah, cattle death linked to Producer's Pride feed manufactured by Purina Animal Nutrition. And it's been investigated by an agency.
They come in the store.
You can guess who that might be. And it's actually the only ones that did any investigation was a agency that's in Florida. So you can guess that down there.
Is it safe to ask, with everything going on with the meat and the eggs, the shortages and stuff, is it kind of funny that the feed, see, they can't always stop everyone from getting cattle. They can't stop everyone from getting their own chickens to solve their problems at
That's
home.
the thing. When
Right.
you have a company that supplies the feed for multiple different stores, and Tractor Supply just got because they're more all over the place than other places. Like for here, I would go to Rural King to get my feed, and I went there today, and I did see the same brand as I'm talking about now for
Right.
all other stuff, except they do have other brands, and you would want to do research on this stuff. And it's a shame you have to, but you would want to make sure you do research on this stuff and make sure that it's not made by this company. And that's another thing, is there is like probably 50 to 100 different companies that you have to go through to find out who is the main company of these companies. And one of them, and it's a group of different companies. Some are from overseas, which really surprised me that China wasn't one of them.
Mhm.
Let's see if I can find it.
Or they're leaving that one out.
I'm kind of scared to ask any type of questions because I don't know if I'll be putting my foot in my mouth or not.
That's why I've been trying to be careful.
Yeah, yeah, there's so many different companies here. It's PE backed in Mississippi. The list is like extremely long of different companies that you would have to go through to make sure that you weren't getting some of that tainted feed.
Exactly.
And it's just, and that's what the thing is. It's just not the chickens not producing eggs.
Right. I remember a couple.
The cows. I think they messed up their formula somehow, and it just wiped out that whole herd of cows last year.
I remember YouTubers last year ended up having to pull up whole fields because they got that fertilizer, that, soil that was tainted.
Yeah.
That's when they started learning to amend their own soils. That way they didn't have to, dig up everything. It was quite the loss.
Well, now you stop me if I'm wrong, but my opinion is they're trying to grow eggs in glass somehow or another so they can sell it to us.
No, this is they're selling eggs. They're selling their eggs. And it's just they're from their chickens and stuff. And that's the thing. They're cutting off because I know people that have 200 some chickens and they get like 3 or 4 eggs a week. And they have to go out and buy eggs because they're not producing any eggs. And that's why all of a sudden you see the prices and they're blaming it on the bird flu. Well, the bird flu it's still around, but it's not as much as it was. And they knock out a whole flock. They'll kill every one of them if one has it. But you get 5 months, you get eggs again.
Do you think it's as bad as they say it is?
Not anymore,
Okay.
because it's done wiped out all millions of birds in the United States already.
And this isn't the first time we've had this problem either. We've had
Yeah.
this before.
2016 and 2006, I do believe.
Yeah. That sounds
It was
right.
the last ones. But it wasn't as bad as this one.
I think it was 6 or 8 when we had the pig one, the swine one.
Yeah.
And then, right, either before it, during it, or after it, we had the bird thing. Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence that, this is all.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's all there in facts. You can go to their website and see where they're because they have to keep that information on there for their stockholders and stuff on their website. It's the CalMaine Foods, and it shows how much the profit has risen from 6 months ago. And when I got these reports saying that the price of eggs and there's going to be egg shortages, when I first started telling everybody about the eggs, I had gotten this from a grocery distributor place.
Yeah.
That you have to have membership to actually, and it's from like the Walmarts and the Safeways and the Piggly Wigglies, all are members to this place. So they know what the prices are going to be for their next quarter or whatever. And they'll see, oh, well, this company said there's going to be a shortage on this or whatnot. And the whole thing was the price of eggs are going to go up by 200%. And that's why I said that, which is what happened. We had the price hikes and the shortages and stuff.
Yeah. There's a phone number.
Let's see if I can find that again with the. Yeah, and they are the largest egg producers.
Then we go back.
So if you wanted to, you wanted to raise the price of eggs and get away with it, what's the best way to do it? Make sure your competition can't produce eggs.
Yep. That's quite
And this might just be a cover up why there might be something else, because it keeps on going further back than this. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I haven't went through because, like I said, I've got 30 tabs open of the direction this went.
And we've done this before where the rabbit jumps from one thing to the next.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting deeper and deeper, like you said. So after 30 tabs, I don't blame you from stopping and jumping, because no, it's just you found out.
And the thing is, these companies, you might as well say they're
United.
Yeah, there's a group of companies, and they run everything, and they have CEOs and stuff. One of the CEOs was involved in, because I'm not going to post any names, was involved in the Victoria's Secret stuff that happened in the early 2000s. I'm not going to say his name. The guy who owned it was best friends with a guy, J.E. I'll put it that way, first name and last name. And those same employees that did all this stuff are the CEOs and on the board of these companies. So these are the head guys. And one of them, the board member guy, his name, I'll give his first name, is Andre. He has paid a lot of money in fines and stuff for using genetic modified organisms to change DNAs and stuff of livestock and stuff and things that you eat right now.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So
30 minutes.
yeah.
And their headquarters is in Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, one of their places, yeah.
Right. And I think they're planning on opening. Did I read that they're going to plan on opening one or something?
Oh,
headquarters in Arkansas.
They have let's see.
Hi, Ginger.
Yeah, Mississippi, Missouri, all the northern states where the dairy part of it is.
Okay.
Because they have companies that are linked to that, which have the same owners, that have all the dairy farms that produce all the cheese and the butter.
But then the stuff that the people who they're with, they're producing and putting out on the shelves, cheese and butter, that isn't even all cheese and butter. It's like
Oh yeah.
Like I said, Land O'Lakes cheese is not full cheese. It's that craft singles stuff, is whatever added to it.
Yeah,
Got
there's
that
another
sponge.
one. It was Dano was involved in this too.
That's a yogurt company too, right?
Yeah,
They do yogurt.
yeah. But the thing is, you see these names on these products, and it's just not that product. They have multiple things that they're into, like the Land O'Lakes. You follow each company that they're involved in. Oh, they own this company, and then what do they do? Oh, okay, and then you find out, they make the feed that everybody uses, and
Yes.
now there's no eggs.
What a funky little weave of web that they. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you can't boycott one without the other. We'd all starve. Or should I say, most of the people would.
Yeah, and you figure out if they have this much power to sit there and make it to where eggs can't be produced. What else can they do? They done killed thousands of cows. Not to mention, who knows what else they've been doing. That's just what I said. That's just a tidbit of the stuff that I've dug into.
2 days ago, that Mississippi company was singled out for soaring egg prices prompted because of the demands of their price gouging. They called it a probe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's happened in December too.
Yeah.
Right around when the actual guy that owns the company, I forget his name. I don't even know if I can say his name. It's John something. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
He had a meeting with somebody in the White House. Put it that way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And then there was no more talk about these because if somebody has a monopoly of something, there's a government agency that makes sure that it's not a monopoly. There's special words for it and stuff, but they want to make sure it's not a monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
This was being formed about this, and after the meeting with somebody in the big White House, it has been, I haven't seen any more about it.
I just wrote in private chat what I'm reading about the company. That was from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we'll
I'm glad you up here late because the way I blurt stuff out, he'd probably get a strike.
I've learned to be a little bit more conservative with my words and jumping.
I'm trying.
It hurts, Jeff. It hurts.
Boy, do I know.
And there's plenty of recipes out there if you go and look to make your own feed, or find some local places.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a hell of a lot cheaper
It
to
is.
go and get the grain and stuff.
Yeah. Here we have a place called Walker's. It's a ways away, so like I'm saying it. But you can go to places like that, your local farmers, your feed stores. Here we're just lucky enough to have a lot of people who do rodeos and whatnot. They also sell things at auctions and stuff like that. But yeah, look into those places and you can learn to do your own too.
Yeah, because all it is just a bunch of different mills and
Right. Yeah.
stuff that you can just buy and add to it.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to be doing. Because see, my dad was a farmer since he was little, and he's excited about us doing it. So he's actually going to start back up too. And we also have family members who already have a bunch of chickens, so they're also all excited, and we're ready to get going in the spring and learn it all and mix it ourselves. But that's the thing, though. You're still going to be buying certain things that you're going to be putting into it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, a lot of it can be homemade type.
Okay, that's what I was fixing to bring up. With the eggs being so high and everything, and people are starting to use egg substitution. Let's say like applesauce and so forth like that. Who is to say that they ain't or they're not already putting stuff in that, knowing this is what people would be doing on down the road?
Oh, it's all planned out.
Yes,
And
yeah.
we don't find this out until a bunch of
late.
people on here and TikTok and stuff like that start talking about it.
That's the reason they want to quiet the people
Oh yeah,
down on YouTube.
yeah. Like grow. One of the best things for chickens is sunflowers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and they're real easy to grow, and you can grow them quite close together.
Well, now what is it? Cornmeal, sunflower seeds, and it was something else that you can mix and make
Not
chicken feed.
Not cornmeal, corn. Yeah.
Well, don't they kind of grind it up? The corn.
Well,
Or
the
break
cornmeal
it.
has other stuff in there that you don't want to give the chickens.
Okay.
I mean, you could, but you know, it's just, and a lot of people just feed them cracked corn, but you don't want to feed them too much corn by itself because
Yeah. Well, I reckon you just got to know how much of each to put to a ratio.
yeah, a lot of people right now have switched their chicken feed over to goat feed and are adding the black sunflower seeds and some other stuff to it. And all of a sudden, woof, eggs are spitting at them left and right all of
Yep.
a sudden since they got off that feed.
Man, I watched.
Whoosh.
I watched the Three Sisters today. I don't know what they call them, their podcast, but they was talking about that, and I noticed another married couple was talking about it also. You know.
Oh yeah, it'll be coming out of the woodwork here shortly.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking about doing the ratio and what to feed them. And then,
Oh yeah.
you know, they
Yeah,
doing their own.
Just Google homemade chicken feed. There, I'll do it.
Buggy, what do y'all
Homemade-
call y'all's podcast now? I know she said it and I can't think of it.
Okay, 30% corn, 30% wheat, 20% peas, 10% oats, 10% fish meal, 2% poultry nutrient balancer, free choice kelp and choice argonite.
Well, now, if I start raising chickens, we may be eating some hawks down the line too.
Nah,
Yeah, you have to be careful because some of them hawks are government protected.
yeah,
Don't make the difference if they're eating your chickens or
You
not.
just-
You can't touch them.
you got to protect your chickens from the hawks, right? We have
No,
red.
I'm
You
going to protect
There's
my
a certain-
chickens.
No. By making sure the hawks can't get into
Yeah, you have to put nets and stuff
Net-
up.
wire over top.
Yeah.
Now we have red-tailed hawks here, and they're not
Okay.
down with the. They'll go in right into the squirrel nests and start fiddling around. We
Yeah.
have one just about, well, not right now. I mean, I've heard them, but over the summer they were whooshing down here, and just you could hear them.
Pushing down.
Yeah, whoosh. Yeah. Now I'm gonna get it. I made a video a while back when Bushcraft was doing a video, and he made those noises and was saying certain phrases, and I did some stuff to it. That was at least
It is catchy.
And nose picking's another one that likes to do those videos.
yeah. Nose pickings are fun too.
And I was actually making a video and I mispronounced one word. And I stopped right there and I said, I know damn well if I do this, I'm going to have like 5 or 10 different videos of me saying this word wrong. So
Yeah.
I scrapped the whole video and did the whole video over again.
I stutter and remove and twist consonants. I do it. I've been doing it for years, and it's just getting worse from here. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun.
Well, you will come up on an age to where you just don't give a flip no more. You're going to say it the way you want to.
Well,
I done got there.
when I get up there in age, I'll have more of excuse than white matter on the brain.
I'll coach you.
Well, that's okay. Bigfoot, we're going to have to move to North Carolina. Okay, my dog is staring at the freaking wall. Like just staring at the wall.
You got stink bugs in there.
No, we don't ain't
The
got
west facing wall. What happened? She went mute.
Trying to find that one here. Uh-oh.
What?
Hello, Ian.
Hey, Tim. How's it going?
Am I really, really late? Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Scary.
I was just checking on my dog. She's over here staring at the corner. Yeah,
Got a ghost.
yeah, I don't know. I checked over there. There ain't nothing over there. It's really creepy. And she's like shaking. I don't know.
I think the world's trembling right now. I think we've got possibility of WW3, maybe some flyovers, who knows, putting us in her house. But then we also got the thing coming out of Georgia tonight. Ooh, so I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a little bit nervous. Just a little bit. Remember where I live, Libertard Country. We like to burn things down up here. They're known for the summer of love. Yeah, right.
I can tell you there's nothing over there because I've got the flashlight.
I bet it's a ghost. Just tell him if he ain't paying rent, time for him to vamoose.
It might be something though, Lake Fairy. I think things are like it's a spiritual warfare.
Or we can think about this a little bit more differently. And you got Bigfoot recording a video in the studio, and I can barely just hear him, so she might hear him too.
Oh,
Okay.
And behind that wall is Wally's bedroom, so it's a big possibility she might be making noises. Being that they're both in the back of the house and I'm in the front of the house, it's possible the dog just must stare at the corner of the room. Maybe.
and I just here, see, and this is another hole I'm going down, and it's into the milk industry here.
Sorry,
They're investigating in the future of dairy.
Yeah.
Land O'Lakes.
Y'all just remember, y'all heard it here first.
And they don't put all real ingredients into their stuff. So that was another thing back when my dad was, farming and milking. After he sold the farm, he went and worked for other farmers and other dairies. Okay. So we used to do our own dairy cows. And he told me where not to get my milk and where to get my milk because he said they're putting hormones in it.
Oh yeah.
He was there.
Yeah, they put like the chickens, they feed them full of steroids and stuff, so they pump out them eggs faster, and they make them big, weird looking chickens that can't walk, and they just.
Yep. And then your lights and your cases when you go to the store, the bright lights. So my dad told me too that those lights do something to the milk while it's under the lights all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It used to be that you get the eggs or the milk in the yellow containers, and it was protected from the lights.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they do the clear ones now.
Clear ones, yeah. So he said you're better off buying like 2 half gallons of milk, so that way they're in the container, like the what do you call them? The cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to
I
get
don't even
rid
smell
of
it anymore.
They're trying to get rid of the bovine lactoprin. because it helps build our immunities.
Well, now, let me ask this right here. Okay. How much from a cow, if you're milking it by hand, how much milk would one cow produce?
It depends on the cow. It depends on your cow and your bucket. You can get at least 2 or 3 buckets, if not at least one, a full one. You have to trade your bucket out with one cow. At least
I've never milked a cow. I've never touched an udder.
I've done
only
it
seen them in pictures.
with the actual machines.
Yeah.
You hook the machine up to them, and
And
they
I've seen
sit there
in
in
pictures.
that thing, and then they'll run it, and you'll get a good 20, 30 gallons, and then I think it takes like 6 to 8 hours, and you can do it again, and they rotate this.
Yeah, 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah, it's crazy. But like when you have the big buckets, like the milk buckets, it's usually 2 or 3, because they're tall, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and they get antsy too. So, but yeah, we didn't have too many of those, so it was by hand.
I'm like most people. We've never milked a cow or touched it, or even, got real close to a cow.
We used to bottle feed the calves too, because we would take the calves and put them so that way the heifers would go back to producing milk for, us outward. So, but I remember one time I wasn't paying attention. I was a little bit older, so I wandered more, and I was feeding the calf and the bottle got going, and I got my hand, and she got a hold of my hand instead of the bottle. I couldn't get my hand out because I was little enough where I could not get my hand out. The more I pulled, the more she'd suck, the more it would hurt. Don't stick your hand in a calf's mouth. It really
Oh no!
Don't stick your hand in a calf's mouth.
They suck hard, and it hurts so bad because they suck so hard that it brings all the blood to your fingers. Yeah.
Oh my.
Bear's gonna take.
You going live tonight, Tin?
I don't know yet. I have to get with the crew, and I still have to go into town because I want to go get a few things because I'm not leaving the house because it's 7:00 tonight. Oh, it should be right about now. They're going to be dropping that stuff in Georgia, and I'm going to stay home.
What are they dropping?
Something about those officers that killed a gentleman that were not really good officers, and they got out in front of it, and they're charging them. But and the family's saying, please don't go cray, but they're dropping it tonight at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time, and yeah.
Oh, Eastern Standard Time. That was like an hour ago.
So they probably just dropped it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like an hour ago.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's like 6 minutes to 8 Eastern Time.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go look and see. But Kim did do a 2-week state of emergency in Georgia because of the upcoming,
Stuff.
Yeah, don't burn stuff down. Stop burning. Like if you're gonna burn down your Jack in the Box, then you got a Jack in the Box. Don't burn your Jack in the Box down.
Dun, 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 dun. Pop goes the weasel.
Why would you burn down somewhere that you go and get your food?
Oh, did you hear about the what they're trying to do to catfish now?
No.
What did they do with the cat?
They're making disease-resistant catfish. Everybody knows what the CRISPR thing is, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that.
The DNA thing, and
I don't like that
it
stuff.
splits, and now they're actually going to split DNAs with catfish and alligators.
Oh, that sounds like a
So it's going to be a catigator or something.
Are we gonna have mutants?
So no, this is to make the catfish disease resistant, so they can grow them in farms and stuff.
Right.
They're gross. They're oily.
Well, if they do that in Ohio when we come fishing, and I
It'd be
catch,
something you see a 4-legged catfish coming out at you.
yeah, and I catch,
Well, my-
catch one of those suckers.
My question is it going to be the regular lake catfish or is it going to be the channel cats? Now, the channel cats down by dams, those catfish get as tall as me.
Well, they don't get as big as like shovel heads.
Yeah, shovelhead's the big ones.
And then you got your yellows and your blues. So your blues get pretty big. Your blues
Yeah,
get really big.
there's a lot of different catfish.
Oh, and then there's a goonch. You ever see a
There's
goonch?
No, I think we only have the channel cats.
The squeaky ones.
I thought even bullheads squeak. They do.
Oh, there's one that will scream and holler.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to catch that one.
Yeah, the little bullhead do. Well, I mean, they're not real little.
Yeah. Once they get too big, they almost growl.
Yeah, I can't imagine one of those bullheads squeaking and being a big, huge catfish like a goonch and going like, I don't want to get fish lipped by one of those.
And PSA Sniffer's in the chat. Hello, Sniffer.
A goonch could swallow you whole.
Oh, I don't want that shit.
No, I could swallow bushcraft whole.
Oh, no.
No, that's one too fast. They wouldn't. I'd be one of those that run on top of the water type.
Hey, Lori's World. Oh, like the cartoons where you run like this and run in place. You actually speed off.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Are they like a distant cousin to a mermaid or something?
No, a goonch is like a really, really enormous catfish. Like, it's just huge. It's called a goonch.
Never seen them. I don't think we have those here in the Pacific.
Yeah. Is it Jeremy Wade? River Monsters? Yeah, Jeremy Wade goes like all over the place. Well, he used to. Did he retire finally? Because I think he was going to retire and then he decided not to. I don't think he can stop.
Lisa Anderson in Lori's World. It's good to see you.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's crazy, though. Those fish are get huge.
I don't think we have them that big out here like that. But then you guys have so many more species. Like, we don't have pike.
We don't?
No, we don't have pike. I had to look what the hell a pike was up here in Washington. I don't know where do I fish for pike?
Oregon.
They got teeth.
Well, yeah. Well, we got walleye. Are they a cousin?
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 minutes. Okay.
I don't know.
I got 2 minutes.
See, there's a big story about how the walleye flew through the air into eastern Washington and become abundant. It's a big fable, but we know it was the one guy that owned that fishing place, and he bought a bunch of them and brought them up here. He wasn't supposed to. It was way back in like the 40s or something. But they always say that it's the flying walleye.
Well, they're saying that it's already happened. They've already done it. So I'm sitting there looking at these fish now.
The gator cats.
Yeah.
Gator cats. That's what we call them. We call them gator cats.
I think we need a Bigfoot reaction. So they're gonna be doing, that CRISPR thing or whatever.
No, not going it. It's already a thing.
So they did the DNA with a catfish and a gator, so that way the catfish stopped getting as many diseases or no diseases.
Oh, that's comforting.
Yeah, so like Bushcraft said, when we go back to go visit family in Bushcraft, who is family, we may see a catfish on 4 legs, he said.
A gator cat.
Gator cat.
Well, they're actually doing this with other animals too.
Yeah. I got a jot down.
Oh, I just saw a picture of a flathead fish.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
I'm gonna stop looking at that stuff.
Oh,
That's
those
wicked.
things are ugly. They're almost.
I got a 25 pounder last.
They're just so greasy. I hate catfish. I've even tried soaking it in buttermilk and salt and all. Yuck. And I'm from the Pacific Northwest. You know, I technically like fish, but I do not like catfish.
Oh my goodness. I love
you.
you.
You
I'm
need,
gonna put it on my
you need to
phone.
go down south and learn how to make catfish.
Well, let me tell you, it's
Cajun catfish. Oh, good stuff.
Well, let me tell you, when I was like in 4th grade, we decided to take the motorhome down to Florida. And we stopped in Tennessee or Georgia, somewhere there at a KOA. And they just happened to have this little game for the kids where they dumped all these catfish into the pool. And if you dove in and brought one up and it had a money thing on it, yeah, you get money. Well, I dove in and I grabbed one of those things and it stung me. And so I will never, ever do that shit again. And I won't even eat them because they're greasy.
Well, the best, if you get a good, you don't soak it in anything. Just well, you could, I guess, but usually almost like chicken wings. Making chicken wings is about the same way, except for the last stage. You put it in batter and you deep fry it
I'm back.
with
I
a
just
Cajun mix,
Just never.
She should just take it over there at grandpa's.
so it's spicy.
Ooh.
Jeff, do you like catfish?
Yeah, it's got to be battered a certain way before I can eat it.
Yeah, cornmeal batter.
Buttermilk and cornbread.
I'll eat lutefisk over catfish, and lutefisk is pretty nasty.
Now, the bad thing about it is I've only I've ate catfish one time, tried to eat it one other time. The best I had was at the coast. And then I went to a restaurant in the town I used to live in. I could smell the catfish before it ever got to the table.
Yeah, they're stanky and oily and ooh.
Yeah, but the first one didn't taste like that, you know. But just as soon as I tasted that one, it's like it was rotten.
Yeah.
I had to send it back.
You might be eating the
Mud cat.
the farmed catfish.
Well,
I don't know.
aren't they bottom feeders?
Somewhat.
Aren't they like a percosmus in a fish tank? They're just bigger for the lakes.
They got catfish farms around here. I
Yeah,
know
that's
that.
never eat anything that's in a fish farm.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, now you're talking what, almost 20 years ago, okay? And I didn't know that it was raised on a farm. I'll put it like that,
Mm.
okay? But now the one we had, like I said, when we worked at the coast, we went in and for the first time ever, I ate I want to say a blackened catfish.
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it fried. I don't like that. I like it with the batter and stuff on it.
Yeah. Well, now that's how this was done. You know, it was rolled in buttermilk and then it was rolled in the cornmeal. Then I think it was fried. But anyway, the first one I had was the best one. Like, yeah. But that second one, I could not describe the taste to that. All I can say is it tasted like it was rotten.
Yeah,
Like a triploid. They taste nasty.
Yeah.
Because they're genetically altered. They decided up in Eastern Washington University about 10 years ago that they were going to cross a steelhead with a trout to create a triploid. It has no reproductive systems. Okay. All it does is eat and get fat. They grow these things. Yeah. And then they release them into the Columbia River. They go out into the ocean. Yeah.
Well, now I would try another one if I'm at the coast, but that'd be the only place I'll try another one at.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat no catfish. Okay.
But now, brim has got a good taste to it.
What's that?
Brim,
Is that a fish?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And crappie and brim, I'd put them in the same category, but they kind of two different names, fish. And they got a pretty good, they put up a good fight. They'll put up a better fight than a bass will.
Oh, I like bass fishing because I like the fight.
You go catch you about a 2-pound crappie on an ultralight rod, you're going to swear up and down you got a 12-pound bass on the end of that thing.
Well, we used to have a lot of crappie until the walleye took over and they started eating the youngins of the crappie and the bass. And we're finding, more smallmouth bass, not the largemouth, not as much crappie. And they're planting the lakes with these triploids and trout and stuff. But we're big for sturgeon.
Never had a sturgeon.
I'm not going to fish for a sturgeon. I heard I could get sucked into the river because they're so big. It takes hours to bring them in, and you need big men to do it. I can't do that.
Oh, I'd love to try that then.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to bring like 4 buddies, and you take hours with the pole reeling this prehistoric animal in.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, they're sturgeon. They're in Russia. You can't fish for them because it's their fish for Russia, and the caviar there is like really expensive from those things too.
Yeah, sturges.
Yeah, sturgeon caviar. Yeah, it's very. Yeah.
Never ate caviar and ain't planning on eating caviar.
Nope, me either. I kind of just put the eggs on the hook.
Well, I've had it. It's not that bad. It's just I wouldn't spend that much money on fish eggs, but
That's another one of those things. Yucky.
yeah.
Now, I fished with a buddy. If he'd caught a pregnant fish or whatever that still had eggs in it, yeah, literally.
Oh, I've
he would.
seen people do that. That's nasty.
Yeah.
Like with a raw egg, that's what he sounded like.
Yeah. I've seen it. That's where I ate salmon eggs, tried it.
Oh, I just got a picture of a sturgeon. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a baby too. But that's legal. That's what, 7 feet or 6 feet. Yeah, sturgeon. I think Loch Ness Monster was just a gigantic sturgeon.
You know, I hate to say this, but I'm that type of person. Show me before I can believe it.
Well, I'm waiting for one to show up in Lake Chelan because it's one of the deepest lakes in the United States. Like they took a submarine and they couldn't find the bottom. And I'm thinking, okay, so we're going to do a repeat of 1970s with the new Bigfoot, pictures coming out. And then Loch Ness Monster will be a new one.
Now,
Big sturgeon.
we lived in a little community called, the correct name is Sissabahal, but everybody calls it Saxbahal.
That's a mouthful.
Try spelling it. And every summer we'd go down there and we'd fish. Okay, it was a big pond for that area. And I got to hearing tales of alligator down there. It was an alligator. And I saw the alligator. And this was before Hugo and Fran, come through North Carolina. And we've called in the game warden. The game warden didn't see nothing. He thought we were crazy. And then after them 2 hurricanes come in, game warden finally caught him. He said it got blowed in from the hurricane from down south. And I think it was about 10 of us down there all at one time told him he was a damn lie. Because we done seen that alligator 2-3 years before them hurricanes ever come in.
It was a baby alligator somebody put down there.
Had to have been a pet alligator.
There's supposed to be a legend of the gigantic beaver up in the potholes in Washington. But I think the guys that saw it were just really drunk and they just saw a rock chuck standing out there. But the mystery, yeah. Gigantic beaver.
You notice 90% of legends that get told around a campfire by drunks.
Well, and then there's lots of stories up in this area from the Pacific Northwest Indians. Lots of Indian folks that used to live up here.
Well, 101 will not be live tonight.
Oh, he's not?
That's what he just posted.
Oh no. Because if we were gonna go right after him. So if he doesn't go, then we might not go. Because we don't have an after to be after.
Yeah, but you can have a before everything instead of having the
Well,
after.
you can be after me.
Yeah, you can be after Bushcraft.
But that's too early for Kristen H and J. Remember, it's not my channel. They actually run it. Remember, the executive producers, Jay. Yeah. Yeah. We clear everything with him. Are we
What,
going
they
live?
the CEOs?
I just go in and I meet them. I say, are we going live tonight? And they're going, yeah, we're going live tonight. And I'm like, okay, good. I have some. And then they'll say, we're going live. And then I'll go, oh, that's not good because I don't have anything because you didn't tell me last night. Like, I live in a really perplexing world, don't you? It's a matrix.
101, you tell your mother we said happy birthday.
Oh, that's very important. Happy birthday, Prepping 101's mom. Let's see some happy birthdays in the chat there for Prepping 101's mom. Please, just a few. Come on, let me twist your arm. Come on, do it for our prepping. We love the guy, and we love his mom. Because guess what? He wouldn't be here without her. Women are wonderful. Yes. Not going to cancel us.
I remember hearing in doctor's office telling the woman she was pregnant, and the blonde asked who was the mom. Y'all get that before sun comes up, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't. Was that one of those LGBTQ jokes, or did I something really fly over my kitty head?
That come out before they was even thought of naming their.
Oh, okay. Well, I should probably go get what I need to get so I can be stuck in the house because I don't want to go out. So, I'll let you know, Bushcraft, if we go live. I'll send you a link to have you guys have you pop over and you know, just like thumb up this show. Come and like our show. 9 out of 10 people like us. That one person that doesn't, we're okay with too. Yeah, we're okay with it. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you soon.
You have a good one, Dan.
I hope I didn't yell in the mic. I tried really hard to talk softer. Did I do better? Give me a thumb up. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
101 wants to know, does anybody have any transgender M&Ms? Do we, Bushcraft, do I need to throw you a rope by chance or a ladder?
Why do I need a ladder?
So you can come out of them rabbit holes you're going in. I see you looking.
Yeah, I'm finding more and more stuff. It's wicked stuff.
Well,
and yes, I found out that Junior is in some of those companies.
Oh hell no! Really?
Yep. So that's why the whole thing disappeared when he went and visited the White House. The guy who owns or one of the guys that owns all the eggs. I'll put it that way. the producer of the biggest producer of eggs.
Well, it's
Now
like
all of a
this.
sudden, there's no investigation going on about it now.
It's like this. They will be justice. It depends on which side he's going to be on when he gets it. Huh. Now, wait a minute, 101. Who was turning into you? Oh, never mind. Don't even go there. I know where you're saying now.
Yeah, Chrissy, I wouldn't eat Skittles. Skittles that one of the colors is supposed to cause cancer.
Oh, Lord.
One of the ingredients is one of the causes of cancer. I don't know if they've changed the ingredient since they announced it or not, but yeah.
It's done got to the point, I don't care what you eat, it's going to give you some type of cancer somewhere along the line. So,
That's the way it was for Jello and a lot of other stuff
yeah, hamburger.
back in the day.
So, we all going to die. Why not go with a smile on your face? And I don't mean it that way.
Yes, suburban hillbilly. That's yeah. Him. Which means the big potato. Just because Big Potato doesn't have his hand in a cookie jar doesn't mean he doesn't own the cookie jar.
You know, that makes a damn good sense if you think about it.
Yeah. And it's good to have somebody in the family that can run around and do all this stuff and not get in trouble for it.
Oh, come on. Junior's just the fall guy, so the big guy won't get taken down as hard.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. There's nothing being done about all the crap that they've been doing.
That's true too.
They don't care. Nothing's happening.
No. If you're doing something wrong and you're not getting punished for it, why not keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
But you let somebody like you or me or something like that cross the street wrong, we get arrested.
And you sit there and look at the mouthy lady that's lost her gavel.
Tell me what lady ain't mouthy.
Well,
Excuse
this one
me.
has used to have a gavel.
Judge Judy?
No.
I know who you talking about. I know exactly who you talking about.
Follow the money. She is now dropping all of her stocks that are in certain companies that make chips. Why is that? Well, find out what's going on about in the government places. There certain chip companies are under investigation, and she's dumping all of this stuff ahead of time, or they're supposed to. It's on the records of going into an investigation or something like that.
Nose picking. This is only for nose picking, okay? What's green and tastes like pork?
John, you better be careful. You'll be in the YouTube doghouse like me.
Now, wait a minute. Which one is John?
Will it grow?
Oh.
Yeah, usually before I get done with the live, I already get an email saying that they're removing want my live to be removed before I'm done with the live. I'm pretty sure this one's going to get hit.
Damn, they watching you then, ain't they? Or
Oh
us,
yeah.
hard and heavy.
Yep, they got me. I just looked at it.
What, they got you on this one?
Yeah.
For what?
It's already I've already got the yellow strike.
You gonna move this into private after?
It doesn't make any difference. If it's uploaded, it belongs to them and they can do whatever they want with you. That's why if people have it listed or not listed or listed, it doesn't make any difference. If it's uploaded to YouTube, they can give you a strike on something that's never seen to anybody. They can still give you a strike on it.
Nose picking, you ask why? Because speaking truth, they don't want people like our community spreading the truth.
Yeah, and this is stuff. All you have to do is just
Look it
it's
up.
all on Google, and and they put all this stuff on their company websites. So all this information is there. You just have to search who owns this company, and then you find out who owns that company, and then you say who owns that company. Boom, 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 and you go down the line until you figure out the company who makes the chicken feed that changed their formula that made chickens stop laying eggs is the same company that owns the largest egg producer in the United States. And within that 6 months of this has happened, they have made more in this last 6 months than they have in the last 3 years in egg sales.
The only reason I'm
That
not
there
got-
alone is public knowledge. You can go look at it.
well, I tell you like this: the only reason I've not gotten rid of Google is on kind of YouTube is through them. That's
Yeah.
it. If it wasn't for YouTube, I'd get Google completely off of my laptop. Everything ain't running.
Trey, the red strike or the X is for I can't say it, but Pure Living. It's a video I did about the bad people on the internet, how they treat creators and stuff. It's for awareness. I can't say the word, but you kind of get what it's about. It's the mean people on the internet due to creators and stuff like that.
Nose picking, if he done that, okay. Nose picking said if you got a strike already, go ahead and spill it off. But if he does that, there's a good possibility he won't be coming back up, period.
Spill it off.
Spill it all. ALL, not OFL.
Oh, well, that doesn't. I didn't told everybody what I was talking about. It's about the eggs. That's all we really talked about on here. That would happen.
Trey. Okay. She must put Shift Kicker must have posted that before you explained it.
Oh yeah, I was in the process of explaining it.
Was Lake doing a premiere or what? I mean,
Yeah, they have
okay.
a premiere at 8:00, I believe.
I'll go check it out as soon as I can get off of here.
Yeah, and the more digging, I found out that they're into the cattle feed. And this is public knowledge too. You can go search it up. That same company fed the cows that all mysteriously died with the so-called drought last year or whatever it was.
But y'all remember, we're not allowed to tell y'all this. Not really.
Yeah, but it's all out there. All you have to do is look.
Right. You know, it's a shit. I
Now,
didn't know how to look before I started coming in on this, you know. And there's still a bunch of stuff to be looked up. It's got to be worded just right to bring it up too.
mhm.
And I am not being sarcastic yet, but you keep on nose picking, I'll show you.
And the live that I just talking about seeds and stuff. I got the yellow strike on that one too.
Are you for real? For seeds?
Yep. There's nothing said about anything conspiracy or misinformation or anything. It was just talking about seeds and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, once they put you on their radar, they're going after you hard and heavy.
Mhm.
So, I
The house.
ain't saying nothing. I had to knock on wood.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing a song. A-I-E, I-E-I-E.
Well, some of the songs I want to sing on here is not appropriate yet. Oh, Lordy. I'm going to be lost with that 101 tonight. I ain't going to be able to tell no jokes or nothing like that.
Oh, I was looking at let's see if I can find it again. The seeds, some of the seeds that I gotten.
I can't wait to payday because I'm planning on going to buy seeds come payday. But if it gets to where they $6-7 for a pack, there probably some stuff I won't be growing.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive as it is now. Let me see. Yeah, the one was strawberry spinach
Strawberry.
and elephant head amaranth.
What in the world is that?
Elephant hand ears.
You can actually eat the and I'm just testing it. It's really weird looking flower. Here, let me get a picture of it.
Okay, it's a flower.
Yeah, but
Hey,
the
look,
thing
it's
is,
Shift Kicker,
Wait a
the
minute,
one
wait a
and
minute.
only robot that will kick your butt.
Okay.
there's a lake in the background there.
There is a
I
lake
didn't even
there.
hear no beeping sound.
Hi.
Um,
Sorry.
your screen.
I almost forgot about myself.
Well, I can't see. This is what happens when you get too many dang screens open. You can't see anything.
You need, it sounds like you need another computer.
Can you slide yours around?
Yeah, but I've got
Yeah.
3 windows with 3 different browsers going at the same time with different subjects over here, and then trying to find it on StreamYard when I'm trying to find a thing there's a big long list. Okay.
Trey, what do y'all call your premiere?
I had those Dr. Seuss plants. They're antique. I called them Dr. Seuss plants. They're so fuzzy to touch. My kids love them.
You can. This is some of the best replacement for green.
For grain?
Yep.
I thought they were just an antique Dr. Seuss plant.
You showed that the other day, didn't you?
It's been a
Yeah.
long time since
Yeah.
I've seen those purple little doings.
Something that looks like it's hard to believe it can be et.
They look like something out of Dr. Seuss, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a yard full of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're little seeds that you can get out of them. You can grind them in and make bread and stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
And you can eat them as like a rice.
Okay, that makes sense now because my girls used to sit there in the yard with their bowls and the meddlers, and they're like, I'm like, what are y'all doing? They're like making green salad water, and they would eat it.
Huh.
And then you can eat the flowers and all that stuff.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
what I'm going to put it out in the front area and let it grow and see what it comes out, and then see how I like it and whatnot, and see if it's any good.
Would you mind if I could hit my camera and would you mind showing those plants again so I can show Allie?
Oh, I just closed it.
Well, I didn't know until last year that you could eat an aloe vera plant.
Oh yeah, aloe vera is good for you. Is this the one? Yeah. And go back to StreamYard and add it to Stream. There you go.
I gotta get me some chocolate. Oh,
And these things grow pretty good size too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hold on. My camera's off, but here, do you remember those? Do you remember green salad water with you and your sister?
Green salad water.
They made green salad water. It was the weirdest stuff ever. They ate it.
Yeah.
You remember that with Alicia and the neighborhood kids? Did it taste good?
Yeah.
Ask Bushcraft what it's used for. We didn't know.
Huh?
You said that you can make something from them,
It's elephant head amaranth.
right?
I'm probably butchering that name, but
But you said you can make metal.
it's a plant from Germany.
now a dumb question. Will they attract hummingbirds and bees also?
They attract
I'm
everything.
assuming it's a flower.
Thank you for showing it again. Sorry, it just made me excited because that was a funny memory with those girls. They naturally knew what they were doing. This is why they're so healthy.
I just looked up at the TV and saw Lake's picture up there. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, it's the other me. Shh.
The other you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a secret. Don't nobody tell me.
No, it's not a secret anymore. It's out of the bag.
Oh, sorry about that, Dan.
No, it's okay. I actually, you know what? I'm glad it's not. It's fine. Well, Bushcraft does gaming on gaming channel stuff.
Let me see if I can find the other one. Then.
That makes me really excited about those purple.
Yeah, and the other one is strawberry spinach.
Ooh,
Yep.
no
Now,
way.
I hope you show a picture of that one.
Let me see if I can get a good one of those. That's kind of like one. Let me see if I can get the image.
Oh, I was also looking up cowboy toilet paper.
Mullen.
Yep.
Yeah. And the spinach you can eat is just like regular spinach, and then the berries taste just like strawberries, a little bit more tart than a strawberry.
So in other words, you need a lot of sugar.
It depends.
Is that what we got going on here?
Depends what you're doing with them. But, oops.
Kind of remind me of a raspberry before they ripen.
Yeah.
Those are really, really cool. It kind of looks like basil with strawberries on it.
Yeah, and they grow pretty good size,
Nice.
and you can also eat the seeds to that too. So
Mm.
that's I've been trying to find different alternatives to in like the elephant things. It's you can cook it up just like rice. You can steam it. You can whatever.
Yeah, you'll have to send me a link to those elephant ones because I left those behind years ago.
Yeah,
And I would let a friend of mine actually gave me a bunch of those, and they spread throughout the whole yard.
yeah.
We actually, it looked like the Dr. Seuss house. And they get big. The older they get, the bigger they get.
Hmm.
And they come back every year in our zone.
Well,
Yeah.
shouldn't have said anything about basil.
I'm
So,
telling you, Bunky, didn't it look like? I'm telling you, I bet you she saw basil when she saw it too.
yeah, I'm excited about growing that this spring here and see how well it comes out, and I might do a spinach jam, which is you would never think of hearing that.
I like raw spinach.
Oh yeah,
Bunky said I did. See, it totally looks like basil. I actually, I cut a bunch of basil tonight. I gotta get my plants moved out of there. Are you excited about getting growing? I mean, I know it's a little bit of hassle getting things ready, getting things set up. Are you excited, Bushcraft?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's free food.
Well, I'm procrastinating a little bit but I should be used to it by now. I know Bunky's excited. It's one thing taking care of house plants, but putting them outside is a different world.
Mm. Now, Monkey's the youngest one, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. She's one that likes to hit her sister.
I've never seen her hit her sister.
Oh, you didn't see that video today, did you?
I'm kidding.
Bunky, I'm only picking with you.
Bunky reminds me of when I was little.
Bunky Gardner said, yep.
She's spunky.
Spunky Bunky.
Yeah, spunky Bunky. That's a good thing. She'll be all right.
That means ain't nobody gonna take advantage of her.
That's right.
So,
Smart girl.
I think all three of them were smart. They're smarter than most females I've seen at their age.
They're smarter than most adults, because look, I've seen those three girls use tools that some men have never even attempted to pick up.
Except I don't know about Bunky making the emus wear lipstick though.
I would love to see that. I'd love to see her put lipstick on the emu.
It wasn't really lipstick, but it looked like lipstick. It was paint.
Can you imagine the other emus around her, around that one?
You still say it wasn't you. There's video proof of it.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
It's hard to get away with stuff when everybody's
seen it.
Making the videos all around you.
Thank God we didn't have this when we were coming up.
Oh. Yeah, I'd been in big trouble when I was younger.
You ain't the only one.
some of the. I remember when I was in Vegas, and I thought I was Evil Knievel or something. And there was at the bottom, there's apartments, and at the bottom of the apartments, this little hill went down, and there was a canal. So my idea was to sell tickets to jump this canal on my bicycle. So we made the ramp and everything. The ramp was over 6 feet tall to get over this canal, because the canal was a good bit of ways across, and it was it was a cement canal. So if I didn't make it, it was going to hurt. And I actually set up chairs so they could have a front view of everything that was going on and everything. Of course, there's a bunch of other people standing around, but I ended up making money off of it. But it was when I wasn't very experienced in jumping with a bicycle. So I'm pedaling down this hill and I'm going full speed and jump, but I didn't realize that you had to pull up on the handlebars so you level out. So I went over the canal, went way over the other ramp that I was supposed to land on, and went straight down nose first. So my chest went into the handlebars and broke them. Ended up doing a bunch of rolling and stuff, and ended up broke the ribs of my chest. Was not fun.
Out of curiosity, did you make enough money off of it to pay your hospital bill?
Probably not. Well, kind of, because I didn't go to the hospital, which was dumb at the time, because now I'm having trouble with my chest because it tightens up, and then I actually have to pop it back out of place. Because I could feel the bone was snapped.
Ouch.
So
yeah, really.
I just grinned and bared it until it healed itself. It's okay if I could just sit still and not breathe.
I've never broken anything.
Just breathe, and I had to go. So walking it, or if I did something other than, walking a distance or something where I had to breathe a lot, it was painful.
I think as youngins, we have all done 500,000 things that we wish we hadn't done.
Yeah, I remember I was on a train, and it was going, and we were running off the top of it. I missed the jump to the next train, and I fell down in between the two cars, and where they connect in, landed on my ribs on the side, and broke those ribs. And luckily there was nothing underneath the train, because the train kept on going while I was under, and I didn't land on the tracks.
Oh no!
And I had to sit there in pain, waiting for the train to get past me before I get out of there.
You've had a lucky life.
Oh yeah.
I've never broke anything.
Oh, I've broken quite a. And the thing is, the only thing I've ever wore a cast on, and it wasn't really a cast, it was the first severe sprain, was my ankle. And I've broke my knuckles, or bones in my hands, my ribs, my chest ribs, my toes, especially my pinky toe, probably a good 100 times, because that pinky toe sticks out every time I go around a corner, and it hits every damn time.
Yeah. Now I've stoved my toes. Now stoving hurts. That when you stove a toe, that hurts real bad. And then I've been bruised so bad where like this one bruise took almost a year to heal. I bruised myself all the way from my floating rib all the way up to my clavicle, and I bruised from the inside. So don't ask why, but I hit a tree at a really, really fast speed, and I hit my face and my whole front of my whole body, and I didn't think I had a face left. I had
Oh
some,
yeah. I
yeah.
broke my nose too.
You broke your nose?
Yeah, I actually popped it back in place because it was
Oh,
like it. Yeah.
what do they do for that? Just tape it?
Well, you're supposed to get it set, but
But you did
well,
it yourself.
I have a scar right here where it was broken.
Right.
I just popped it back where it's supposed to be.
Ouch.
Now, I've not had what you call no broken bones, but I've had quite a few fractures.
Fracture's a break. It's a hairline fracture, any of it. My daughter
Yeah,
broke
it's still a
her
break.
birthplace.
Fracture is a break. It's just not a
A clean break.
where it comes apart.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It
Yeah.
still counts.
Yeah.
Now, I think I have, I'm not talking just one, I'm talking both. My ankles probably 20 times, if not more.
If someone went outside, you stepped in a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that couple years ago. It was when my heater went out, I went down to fix the heater and rolled my ankle, and it actually I ended up breaking my two bones in my foot. And then the doctor wanted me to go see a bone doctor. Went to see the bone doctor and actually had to fix his laptop so he could bring up the x-rays. And he said,
Really?
"Oh, it looked like you broke your foot." I said, "I did." My ankle was so sore. I thought it was just the ankle, and it was actually the foot. And he says, "Well, we can fix that, but we have to re-break it." And I'm like, "Why?
The hell you
It's already
say?
healed up. Why do you want to go through that again?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I dropped the flashlight.
Boy, it's a good thing 101 didn't hear you say that.
Well, no, I was coming back over at the desk and I was trying to like set my phone down, the laptop, and my coffee, and I knocked it over.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
bright.
think that would be a sin in 101's book.
Yeah, this one looks all the way up to the top of our trees and some. Like I can look right straight down the road, across the road. I can look anywhere. Nothing can hide from me with this.
Hmm.
And then if I'm not using this, then I've got my handy dandy flare, which I can see you. I can see your
Oh, my
body.
goodness.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the one big old. It's like the old ones that we used to have a big fat square batteries.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
one of
gosh.
those, but it's rechargeable.
Yeah.
And I was going to do a review on it, but I told him, "Can you get me one that doesn't have the missing, because it has like little rubber stands on the bottom of it where you stand it," and they were missing. And I said I wanted to do a review on it, but I wanted it to be, fully functional and not missing anything. And
Right.
they never sent me anything back. So I said, "Okay."
Well, we have some of those square batteries set apart or set back because our big flashlights take them where you pop them in.
Yep.
But it has space in there, so you can actually take little plastic baggies or vacuum seal stuff, and you can put that and hide it in the back of those flashlights,
Mm-hmm.
like in between and in the back. It's pretty cool. Actually, we have them in many spots just because they're so bright and the beam is so wide. They're nice for power outages.
I haven't thought about that one.
The big square flashlights,
Yeah.
the square battery. I call them square battery flashlights. I don't know why. It's just how I refer to them as. No, but Bigfoot and Allie got me this for Christmas. This thing is the bomb. It's so small, and you saw the video, right? Where I
Yeah.
captured the deer. It's so little.
Huh.
Yeah, it just plugs into the bottom of your phone.
Yeah, it's almost. I've got the microphone that does that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got yeah, so
'Cause my microphone sucks on that phone.
this microphone is a Movo, and he talked about getting a Yeti, but a lot of people who do radio and stuff are like, God, don't bother, you know. So he got the Movo.
Huh.
And the Movo goes on his
You ain't going like
iPod stand that holds his phone, but that piece comes off, and then
oh.
if you
Those are good for that
Yeah.
one little camera. I can't think of it. GoPro.
Yeah.
Those are good for GoPros.
you can put this, you can get this little piece to go to your phone. This is how he records his videos and how I've been recording lately. And then when you're done with it and he wants to go to a live stream, he just takes it and puts it onto the stand and it sits over here. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
And you don't need to spend a lot. What was that, like $50 for
Well,
not even that much? A Movo wasn't.
this thing cost me $22.
Yeah, I remember.
Wait a minute.
But it doesn't
The-
matter.
the-
That thing is like through
The
the roof.
arm and everything. But actually, this is the second arm that I've got. The other one broke.
Now, how did you get that through Bushcraft?
Amazon, but this is before everything happened, so it's
Right.
probably about $80 now.
Yeah.
I wonder
And
if
I
I can
bought
put that
the-
into my laptop.
The pop filter, because if you don't have a pop filter, you hear the
Right, right.
noises.
Oh, pop, P-O-P,
Yeah,
not
P-O-P.
P-O-T.
This one came with the different filters too. So it even has that fuzzy bunny looking thing with all the fur for
Right.
like wind and stuff. It's probably in one of those baskets down
Yeah,
there.
that there is the windbreaker. The other
Okay.
one is too for
Yeah.
really windy.
Yeah, the other one's for like those treacherous winds like we
Yeah.
had yesterday.
What do they call it? Dead chicken or something like that?
The wind.
No, the cover.
Is your furry thing for the microphone called a dead chicken? Is it probably
Something like that. I forget what they call
dead
it.
cat? That's not good.
But are you gonna plant anything different this year?
Me?
Yeah.
Josh, are we gonna plant anything different this year? You mentioned a couple things, didn't we? In the garden,
Stuff that grows plentiful.
stuff that grows
If it
plentiful.
struggles to grow, not plant it.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna plant different this
Oh,
year.
that's the other thing.
I know we're gonna do more of those jubilees. Yeah.
Yeah. Another one was is a different type of zucchini. It's a yellow zucchini.
Okay.
It's supposed to be more less likely to get the bugs and stuff.
Okay.
What was the other thing? Oh, and some bush beans,
Bush beans.
yellow bush beans. Yeah.
Yellow. Okay. I want to do the same like bush beans that we did last year because they just kept coming and coming and coming. It
Yeah.
was like you pick and you come again and pick and come again. It was crazy. I wish we started off with those, but we did those afterwards. So we're gonna have to do those again.
Yeah, if I had the area, I would grow a lot of pole beans, but I don't have that much space, so I'm gonna go with the bush. Probably.
I think
I'm not
we're-
sure how I'm gonna plant them yet.
I think we're going to do everything that we did last year, but more plentiful and in different spots. So the tomatoes will be where they're at with mended soil. The cabbages are not going to be in a bed. I'm going to put those in big planters so that way they can move around and not take up bed space because you have all that space that's just dead space to me with cabbages. And more milk on the cabbages this year. Like I did with the
You have to do that right now, wouldn't you?
I'm just waiting to mess
They're bickering.
He's sweeping under my chair.
You can sit down.
Sounds like something I would do.
You better watch it, Jeff. She got a broom in her hand.
Yeah, hell, it won't be the first time I've been hit by one.
Oh, goodness.
She likes it when I sit down and she's got a broom. Because that way, I sit in the captain's chair. I can't escape as fast as I normally can.
Little lone prepper. Yeah, you said lively chat, but all I'm seeing is kicked and cookie and hug. And I'm trying to scroll up to see if we missed anything in chat, but that's literally all I'm seeing.
See poor Greg getting kicked, and then
Hey, Sniffer.
he gets a cookie, and then Lisa kicks him 800 miles away.
I done had my cookie, thank you.
Hi, Sniffer. And Scrid was on her face for 2 years. Yeah, I went into an electric fence with my 3-wheeler. My dad told me to stay off the 3-wheeler. I didn't listen. I put my friend on the back of it. And I didn't know it was pulling to the left. Well, the left just happens to be
Where the tree was.
Oh no, the electric fence with the bull in it. So thank gosh the guys at the milk house saw me going into that. Well, I was on the road going, like, it's not a road, it's like the road inside the farm. So we call it the road. And down the hill part of it is where the fence is. So just as they saw me going to the left, I couldn't bring it back to the right. I couldn't get it back up. So we went down the hill and we caught the electric fence, but they did it. They hit the switch before I guess my hair was standing on end and everything else. And my teeth were going, and I was, they vibrate and like you can taste weird stuff and it hurts. And I didn't know my hair was sticking up, but I guess it was pretty scary and funny for onlookers because it was holding a bull, so we could have not been here.
Alvin, was that enough times? One time was enough.
I would prefer to pee on an electric fence than to grab the coil wire from a lawnmower.
Yeah, that's another thing too. You can't let go. You can't let go of an electric fence.
The current does travel up the water.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There for about a month, you're going to think, am I going to have any kids?
Yeah. So my friend, her name's Lori. I was going to say was, but no, she's still here. She's good.
I thought you were going to say Laura Ingalls.
Huh?
Laura Ingalls.
No, her name is Lori, and yeah, she was a little pissed, but
Just a little.
yeah.
Now, are you talking about the big wheels, the 3-wheel trikes?
No, I mean like a gas.
Like the 4-wheelers now, but they only had 3 wheels.
We had a 3-wheeler, yeah.
Yeah, because they're outlawed now.
I had quads too, but like later on. But this was a 3-wheeler, so it's like a quad, but 3 wheels. So it's got
and they balance.
yeah.
Yeah, boy.
If you go over something and land, it goes boing, boing.
I used to jump my Honda 400EX. Yeah, I used to table jump a lot.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
Now, my cousin, they got a one of those 3-wheelers when they first come out years ago. My daddy took it away from me, told me not to never ride it because I was in the road out going in between cars and everything. And so, but I just flat out had fun on it, doing donuts and everything else on them things.
Yeah, I'd watched Little House on Prairie when it first came out. I remember one time it was on Thursdays, every Thursday night. And now everybody gets to see it on reruns every day. And I remember
I
a lot of
grew-
those shows that you only see like one day a week.
I grew up watching it too, and my dad says, "Do you want to go to Little House in the Prairie?" And I'm like, "What do you mean go to Little House in the Prairie?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "You want to go meet Laura?" My dad used to do landscaping, and she actually has a place up here in the Adirondacks.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty
The
Yeah,
actress or the writer?
Lisa just slapped herself with a bag of chips. Wasn't the youngest one? Ain't that who they got the story from? I want to say the baby. Wasn't she?
It wasn't an actual real family. It's made up. The girls actually wrote the whole story about it. It's a book. It's a book or books.
Little lone prepper, that is, if you sweep under somebody's feet, they won't get married. And that's a lie. But the way I understood it, the littlest one, the one that was in diapers at the beginning of it, she is the one who wrote, not exactly wrote, but done a transcript on it, but yet somebody else copied it from her.
No, it's Laura Ingalls.
Yeah, that was her name.
And no, that's not the youngest one. The youngest one was her little sister.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, the
youngest-
youngest one wasn't Laura Ingalls.
Okay.
The youngest one was Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
and then they adopted the boy.
Albert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Albert. Yeah,
That little boy was something else at the beginning of it.
Oh wait, Albert was.
Wasn't he the one that something wrong with his leg?
Which one was now? There was Albert, but then there was Nellie's little brother. What was his name?
I didn't know she had.
Nellie's
Oh.
little brother was Albert, right? Because didn't Laura Ingalls marry Nellie's brother?
no,
Who did Laura Ingalls marry?
oh, I can see him. He was,
The blonde guy.
yeah. I can't remember his name now.
I can't either.
Yeah, Willie was the
Thank you.
Nellie's brother. Yeah,
All right. So Albert was Laura's. Yeah.
the adopted brother. Yeah,
Now they said that Nellie and Laura in real life was best friends.
Yeah. Isn't that
oh
fun?
yeah, they were all friends with each other because
Yeah,
they grew up
I
together.
think the best one is when Laura. I want to say Laura. I'm not sure, where she just hauls
Yeah.
off and punches her.
Autumn Leaf put it up. Yep. And then Bunky. Thank you, Monzo.
Yeah, Alfonso, and then
I'm glad y'all pronounced it.
the blind. Well, she was blonde too, but the blind sister, the older one,
Mary.
Yeah.
married the other blind guy,
Yep.
and one of them got their sight back. I can't remember which one it was.
I vaguely remember that. And then the other one
'Cause
was.
I didn't watch it too much when they were older. I like it when they were all younger and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Little on prepper, I was thinking it was the smallest child. It was based on a real family. The middle child wrote it.
Yeah, Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking the smallest one's name was Laura, knowing it wasn't.
Yeah, it.
Remember Little House in the Prairie?
Well, I used to like watching them when they were running through the field, because I used to love running through those fields like that, and then you step in a gopher hole.
You're all nailed.
Until you run up on a animal.
Snake.
Well, if you're running fast enough, you're too fast for the snake.
Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with you.
'Cause I found that out. You can run fast enough, a snake can't hit you when you're running past
Yeah.
them.
Like when I went in the woods, the snake ran from me.
I wonder why, Jeff.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. I would not wasn't that one either. You know, some snakes you can do like a whip, and there would be two separate pieces of the snake.
Okay, was it the guy that got his
Yeah.
sight back?
I
I knew one of them did.
I remember Mary being very angry at a point because he got, yeah.
Hmm.
It was probably Jeff, Eric.
No, that was like.
It wasn't all you. It was my flashlight.
Your flashlight needs some WD-40. Oh.
Goodness. Oh, thank goodness it's Friday. Whew.
Yeah.
Oh, well, when you get to a age, it don't make no difference what day it is. They all run together.
And when you was a teenager, it mattered.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
Saturday.
who was that other guy? Olson? Then he ended up getting his own show off, a spin off of it. The big football player guy. Oh, can't remember his name now.
What was it?
Merlin also.
Merlin or Marilyn? Merlin Olsen?
What?
Is that what you said? Merlin Olsen?
I
Bigfoot?
can't-
Merlin Olsen.
I don't remember that.
there was a spin off, and he had his own part of the show that.
Yeah, that's what Bigfoot said. Oh, he knows more about it than I do.
And you grew up with Laura.
Oh, no, I didn't grow up with Laura. No, Laura was already older. No, I was younger. She was already an adult. Yeah, because I thought it was cool beans. Yeah. My dad used to go up there.
Well, Sniffer's about 20 minutes behind our conversation. The little girl's name was Carrie.
Aw. I know it's funny when you start seeing comments. It's like, wow, they're like
Yeah.
not up to date. Oh, see, we're getting the whole lowdown from Bunky. Willie, Nellie, Laura did not like them. Laura.
You know, I'm glad you went back through and read that, because when I first read it, I thought it said Willie Nelson.
I remember the first time I seen the father, Charles, was Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
Little Joe Hoss.
Yeah, Hoss. I actually met him, Hoss, too, right before he died.
I'd say he was a super nice guy.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but yeah, I remember my dad saying we met him. Yeah, Michael London.
Michael Landon.
Mhm.
Yeah, Little Joe.
I think that.
And then
Son.
What was that?
Highway to Heaven.
Yeah, Highway to Heaven. After that,
I loved that. Yep. I watched quite a bit
Boy,
of that.
Bumpy's on the roll.
oh, did you see her getup? She
Whose
has the
getup?
whole outfit.
Bunky does.
Yeah,
Cute.
Huh.
I gotta get over on more channels. I've just been really busy lately. That's why I figured tonight it might be nice to come in with you.
Hey, Peanut.
Hey, Nut House. Hey, Tennessee Ridge Runner.
Yep, Ben Cartwright. Yeah.
I got to be careful.
I
had to sit there
still
and
like
think.
watching them shows every once in a while. They come on, and I'll be going through channels like, oh, let me watch this for a while, and I'll watch it. Yeah.
Oh, I was watching Gunsmoke with Chester before
Yeah.
I come on with you tonight.
Well, it's on like a TV land or something now, right? We took out cable, so I don't know, but now we got that Sling. We haven't watched it. Bigfoot won the Michigan game, and then we still haven't.
Now,
there's a free one on Hulu, not Hulu, but Roku that has all that old shows on it.
Yeah. Now I've got one Roku TV. You've got one channel that ain't nothing but westerns, and TV Fire Stick. You have to go in and download it, but it ain't nothing but westerns also. And like Philo, however you want to pronounce it.
Philo.
There's a couple of channels that play westerns. One is Me TV, and I can't remember what the other one is.
Yeah, there's a ton of different ones on there that you can watch free shows.
Yeah.
We can still watch Leave It to Beaver.
But
on regular TV.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My youngest sister-in-law loves all those shows too. She still watches them every night, doesn't she? Yeah.
The Lucille Ball one.
Oh goodness, I love Lucy. She's a riot, huh?
Oh,
I love her. Lucille Ball.
yeah, the wife loves Lucille Ball.
My mom and I used to sit there and we would crack up so hard. And honeymooners to the moon.
Oh yeah, I love
That I like.
To the moon, Alice. To the moon.
Then there
One
was
of these days. One of these days.
there was another one. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was the lady with the red hair, and she had a house full of these girls that all lived in the house together.
Oh,
Hurricane
yeah.
Junction.
I know what she's
They were college or schoolgirls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but what was it called?
Different. No, that was
No.
Oh, it drives me nuts. I always forget the name of
Nell and Nell was the
Yeah.
lady.
Nell was the heavyset. When you had Joe, that was the tomboy.
it. Yeah. There was all these girls. Yeah. And Facts of Life. Thank you.
That's it.
I knew somebody would pop it
You're
up
good
there.
at this.
Bigfoot, you spent too much time watching TV.
Well, when we talked when him and I were little, like we only had for here it was like 6, 10, and 13, and sometimes you got PBS. And if you could get that file just right and get the card put in there, you folded it up a card and you'd stuck it in there so that the bell wouldn't move.
Well, now, who was the one who got up antenna so the rest of the family could watch?
Well, I'm telling you, there was some times. Yeah. I used to put foil on there. I got creative, and I had like foil going around in a circle.
Yeah.
You move it around.
Thank God when they came out with outside antennas.
Oh man.
No, that was a pain because at some point before they came out with the electric motor to where you can turn it to a certain direction, somebody had to get out there and turn it.
No,
Yeah.
it's going in the right direction.
Yeah. And then when we got our new TV, we had our new TV on, and we used our old TV as the new TV's TV stand. That
That's exactly what we're doing right now, Lake.
We're still gonna.
We got a 50-inch flat screen sitting on top of a, what is it, 24-inch console TV.
Right? It works though.
You remember those big old TVs that had you'd lift up one end, there was a record player in one
Yeah.
side,
We had one in our
and the
seat.
TV was in the middle, and the other side you could hold records and stuff in
Yeah.
Mhm.
Peanut says Jeff Foxworthy talked about that. Well, they're right next to, so
it. Yeah.
except for I'm had a redneck. It's different.
I've had, the milk crate bookshelves and the
Heck,
cinder block TV stands.
we're
Well,
using a
now, let me tell you what.
hamper.
Pop would take the coffee table and set the console TV on top of the coffee table.
Oh yeah, I'm using my coffee cable for a countertop right now.
I know all that.
I'll show you. We took apart our old coffee table, and I kid you not, it's now our thing in our kitchen. I kid you not. Don't judge me. Bigfoot said we had a pizza. So yeah, I've got like this huge countertop, and it's a big piece of wood.
Okay.
It's a big slab of wood.
It's a live edge.
Oh yeah, well,
What they call.
so it's even got this on there. Yeah, it goes right around. But
That
yeah,
was your, that was your coffee table.
Well,
yeah,
I
this
would
was
say,
the coffee table.
I would say
God.
to a normal person, how many times do you hit your
Ian.
your waist bone?
Oh no, this thing goes
But
up to my.
That's
This
why I
thing goes
said
up
I
to
would
my
ask a
chest.
normal person this, but you're
Oh
a
no,
little short for it.
yeah, this goes up to my chest. Now, Bigfoot, it goes up. See, Bigfoot's
It- Bigfoot would probably
hips-
hit his knee on it.
Now, Bigfoot's hips are up to my chest, so his hip bone is at my chest area. How many times have you hit your hips on our countertop? He's never counted. But
You
yeah,
done ran out of fingers and toes.
yeah, we're weird around here. It was a really good idea though, but I saved the legs. Okay, so this had the parts that went down like this and it went out. And
Yeah.
then you got that rod, that big piece of wood that goes in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how that was built. So we saved those 3 pieces and all the hardware and everything to it in case we ever want to put it back to a coffee table. But I just spread the mineral oil on it. But before I do, I get out all the wooden cupboards, all the bamboo, all the wooden utensils, and I put them on the counter and everything gets done at once.
Now, what type of oil do you use on top of that?
Mineral oil.
Okay.
We
Okay.
buy it by the gallon.
Now, I wouldn't eat nothing that comes off of that.
What are you talking about?
Mineral oil. Would you drink that?
I don't drink it. I use it. It's pure. It's like cooking grade. Mineral oil.
Use oh God, what they use on cutting boards.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you what I use. Gee, I wouldn't forget in my family sake.
Now, little lone prepper. She was talking about Mayberry, the house that Aunt B lived in before she passed. Somebody else has. Okay, I see it. Somebody else has bought it and made a bed and breakfast house out of it. I think I can't remember what they called.
Hey, Red Road Homestead, how's it going?
Hey, Red Road.
Now I don't know why I like it, but I apologize for that. That's
So
what I
what?
use on my cutting boards is mineral oil.
Oh yeah, that's what we use for our cutting boards and everything. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I knew what you were talking about. No, we use it on the cutting boards.
I gotta get out there and make me a cup.
I even use it on the wooden
I'm
handle.
gonna make me a cup.
This one's dirty because we had pizza, but like the ones with the rivets.
No.
But then it's got the
Yeah.
wooden handle though, so you got to make sure that you get these handles too because they'll crack. And the mineral oil
Yeah.
it holds, it doesn't make sure about the bacteria, so you need to make sure you do mineral oil everything, especially
Exactly.
your butcher box. Yeah, because you go and put a nice juicy prime rib on there. Ugh, not good.
I'll be flipping them things over with my fingers.
Yeah, I wonder how many
Right.
people don't know that you should use mineral oil on those things about the bacteria.
Yeah. It cuts down on something else too. I can't think of it.
E. coli, that is bacteria.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to go
Yes.
get that. So it's chemically and biological stable, which does
Yeah,
not.
we get enough of that from the store.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't support bacteria growth.
And the food we eat.
Yeah. So it lubricates and protects everything. So that way, when stuff goes on your counter, your cutting board, or your butcher blocks, it pushes everything back out.
Yeah.
But you should still use a little bit of mild Dawn dish liquid is what I use. Just a little watered down Dawn dish liquid. But I don't ever soak anything. Don't ever soak your wood. Don't leave your soap on your wood. It's just to get the initial cook off.
I think the next cutting board I'm going to make is going to be end grain cutting board.
Your woodwork is amazing.
Do you know that I have really not gotten into it in about 2 years? I can't force myself to go down there and build nothing no more.
I know, it's okay.
No, because that's where I went and relieved a whole lot of stress and where I done a lot of thinking, you know. And I don't know, it's hard for me to get out of the house anymore.
Can you make some smaller things maybe? Like you remember those old, not the shoehorns, but remember those old things that it stood up like this, and it had like this right here. So you stick your boot in there and you put your foot on the slanted part and you stuck your other boot and you took your shoes off.
I know what you're talking about. You took your muddy boots off on the porch.
But it was that wooden thing that maybe you could make make some smaller things, shelving.
A reverse shoehorn.
I don't know. My great grandfather made those, and he sold those things like crazy. They were really cool. People would love those nowadays.
Well, see, I was thinking, do you remember coming up? We had those little pull toys made out of wood and everything.
Yeah. I had a little doggy with a little spring tail with a little wooden ball
Yeah.
and the leather ears.
Well, see, I'm thinking about getting some plans to make
with
some.
the wobbly wheels on it, it would make
Yeah.
sense.
Yep.
And you can make piggy banks out of the animals also,
Yeah.
you know.
Jamie used to do.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. See, that would be good. And that would be smaller stuff, not big, huge furniture.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I got enough scrap wood down there. I probably got about 3 truck bed loads of scrap wood that I want to burn.
And
I'll put it like that.
just think,
I can make stuff like that.
just think, Dixie, you can help him sand it. I bet you would, though, right?
I would if I had to.
Yeah.
If she had to. You notice how she said that, right? But, you know, the funny thing about it is my daddy is the one who taught me how to make the porch swings. And I've gone, well, quite a few steps further than he has. It takes me about a week to build one, where it took Daddy about 2 hours. But my daddy never sanded his down, period. So therefore, when you go to slide on it or slide off of it, yeah, exactly.
Well, I've personally, like not in person, but I've seen your wooden swings that you make, and those are state of the art. Like they're beautiful, handcrafted, perfect.
Well, you know, compared to another guy down here.
Yeah, but I don't know that guy. I know you.
You don't even give the guy's name either. How are we supposed to know what this guy is? Who is he?
Yeah,
Well, I'm not going to tell you he's competition. I mean,
exactly.
Duh.
Jeff's better. He's way better. I don't need to know about the other guy. I've seen Jeff's work. I don't want to know anyone else's work.
My daddy used to sell swings to people in Florida at the coast. I think he said the furthest one he sold one was in Pennsylvania. People came down and bought it.
Wow. Yeah, there's people that go to my mom's antique shop from all over different states, Texas, everywhere.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Donut factory.
Now, Mama got pissed off at him big time. He made, it's like, it's a swing, okay? A person sits on one side and another person sits on the other side, and you had a cover over it. Well, Daddy finally finished it, and he told me it took him a week because that's the first one that he ever built.
Right.
And Mama come up there, sat down on it, and fell in love with it. Well, after she left, another guy come in, sat down on it, and bought it.
I'll tell you what, you get one of Jeff's swings, you ain't gonna get no sliver in your butt. And the same time when you have a shorts on.
I don't think you'll get them then.
No, I'm just saying that when your shorts on or your bathing suit, I don't think you'd find a sliver on yours.
Mm-mm.
No.
And on the bet, I drove the my pickup truck up on it, and it didn't even crack. I done it on a bet. Truthfully, I didn't think it would do it, but it did.
Jeff
But
built.
that was a solid oak one. I didn't. That was before I got into making them out of cedar.
That's what I call Jeff Bear, or Jeff Bear built and Bear Truth tested.
Hey, I know that.
Oh goodness.
I had fun building them. I really did.
Yeah.
And I mean that one, and Lake, I apologize, but it's still down there. I ain't even finished it, and it wouldn't take me a day to finish it if I could get my lazy behind down there.
Well, I don't know, Bigfoot. I'm gonna go to North Carolina and pick up our new swing. That'd be cool to come pick it up in person. Just saying.
You'd probably come out cheaper compared to shipping and handling.
That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah, shipping's so expensive now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it would be nice too. It'd be fun. And then we could be neighbors for like a day. Maybe we could camp in the backyard and then go back home. Good night.
Bigfoot, if you're listening to this, if y'all come down, have enough bail money.
Me and Jeff in one yard together.
If y'all do decide to show up, let me know come payday.
Okay.
Because there is a seafood place I think is the bomb. And y'all would like it.
My favorite food is seafood.
Oh, mine used to be seafood also. Any food I saw, I ate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we ain't but what about we in the middle of the state. It takes about 3 hours to get to the mountains and a little over 3 hours to get to the coast. Well, I'm dying. Okay.
No, you're not.
Every second. So 101, his mama wore his tail out. He's probably in the bed asleep by now.
I chit chatted with him for a little while I was on this live, actually.
I'm just glad he took his mom out for a birthday.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
A lot of kids don't do that no more.
No.
No,
And if any of my kids is watching, hint, hint. Mine done came and gone, thank God.
Paying attention all day tires me out.
Really.
Good old Bobby.
Even when 10 ain't around, she's still around.
Jeff.
hey, Goop. Now.
Hell no. That's the worst damn one I know of. Mayflower.
No.
That's the one I got that rotten ass catfish from.
So,
Heal up this way.
Yeah,
you
big
said
time.
you live in the middle of the state?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would take us, jeez, I don't know, probably takes us about 10 and a half hours to go to where we go in Ohio. It would probably take us I don't know where the middle is. I can't see this, but it's saying 10 and a half to 12 hours, depending on, yeah, it kind of looks like kind of middle. I don't know where they're sending me.
But then you'd have to go and visit TJ.
Oh,
Lake in
I believe
private. That's the city I live in.
okay.
And let me rephrase that. That's the closest city that I live in.
Okay.
And it would take me 20 minutes to get there. That's the city Aunt B was living when she died.
All right. So that'll take 10 hours and 59 minutes. So it'll take about 11 hours.
Well, with y'all's traffic up there, and
Well,
you wouldn't go through the city of New York.
we don't have traffic. So we live up by Vermont. So when we go anywhere, we cut through the tip, like 45-minute tip of Pennsylvania to go to Ohio.
West side, yeah.
When we came down, we're already over here. Like, we're not anywhere down in the shadowy place at all. We're almost we're right there. My mom lives like you can see Vermont from her. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we would be coming from that way.
Did you pull it up on maps? How to get here?
Yeah.
Did it take you through Raleigh, Durham area?
Well, I'm not sure.
8540 or 95?
Yeah. Yep. I see it. Raleigh is out there. Yeah. Durham. Yeah. Durham.
Durham, yeah.
Durham here, and the line would be right on the spot. But the way they would have us going would be going down to the shadowy place from up here.
Shadowy place.
I call anything below us the shadowy place.
Okay. Now,
So
Durham
they have
and
pretty close to the shadowy place. I would find a different route, to be honest with you. I ain't going anywhere near that shadowy place.
Now, Durham at 2 times of the day ain't nothing but a parking lot. If y'all, right before y'all get to Durham, give me a call and I can tell you how to get here.
Okay.
The back way.
All right. Yeah, it would have us going down, and then it would have us go, like, we wouldn't be going. Yeah, it has us going all the way down. It would take us hours just to get out of New York.
Wait a minute. When are you going doing this trip?
I don't know, but you want to go?
I'm saying,
I'm trying to figure out, you guys are
call me
saying
and
you're
I'll
doing
let
this
you
trip
know.
and everything. I'm like, wait a minute. When are you doing this trip?
I don't know.
I would say swing by and pick up Bushcraft, but that'd be just a hair bit out of the way.
So we would have to go. We would have to go about 9. Well, see, he's actually closer than where we go to Ohio, so it would be like about 9 hours that way, and then another. Yeah, and then we would have to go down. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Well, you'd cut out.
Well, now, if memory serves me right, south of you, Bushcraft is I-77, correct?
You wouldn't take I-77 though.
Yeah, if you coming my way, you would.
I wouldn't.
We do I-90 all the way, like a ways, like forever.
Now, I don't know where I-90 is, but now I-90 here in North Carolina, I-95 runs the coastline, and you can get to my place on I-95, and it's a straight shot. Well, practically.
Oh shoot, we would be going by Allentown too. Better near
Stay
near.
away from her.
I know.
Stay away from Allentown. I'm sorry.
I know where Allentown. It's right below us, like way down.
A few years ago, when I delivered body parts, I had to go to New York City, right there on the riverfront, and I had to go through Allentown. You know the bad spots of Pennsylvania you see on TV? It looks better on TV than it does in person.
Well, you know what the Allentown's famous for is better near.
Yeah.
Different Allentown? Oh, you have an Allentown too?
No, we don't. But if you want to hear true bluegrass music, let me know.
Yeah. No, we got a different one too. Yeah. Like way up there in Hogtown.
Hogtown.
Yeah, it's up. It's up from here even. Up.
Well, now I've pulled your area up on maps. You're pretty damn close to the state line.
Oh, we're real close to Vermont. As I told you. Yeah, it's like.
I heard that's a beautiful state too.
Yeah, my mom lives right on that line.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Florida is closed. Wait a minute. ER just posted Florida is closed. Why?
He doesn't want you guys down there.
What? In chat? Oh, Florida's closed. Oh, he doesn't want us visiting him there and going crabbing and eating all of his seafood.
Hey, we need to pop in to pay him a surprise visit.
I'll cook.
Oh, hell, I would treat y'all to some Southern style sausage and gravy around here.
Oh, cool. Big fella love that stuff.
And probably save you a motel expense.
Yeah, like I said, we just pitch a tent.
Bed and breakfast, that's what it is.
We'd pitch a tent. Bigfoot and I would be out there Bigfoot hunting or something.
I would not advise pitching a tent. I wouldn't even pitch a tent in my own backyard.
Okay.
Too many coyotes and wolves around here.
We have coyotes and wolves too.
Shit, you can walk out the door and listen, and on the back side of the house, you can hear the coyotes, and the front side of the house, you'll hear the wolves.
We hear them twice a day at least, usually between 7 and 9 in the morning, and then again between 9 and 11 at night. Yeah.
Googling off, ain't no way in hell I'll take them to Bojangles in this little town.
We live right on a deer run, so where the deer run, the coyotes are not far behind, unfortunately. Oh, and did you see those squatch structures out in the woods on your way home down the road? There's more. Got more squatch structures. You guys should see
I
these.
don't think
Now,
101's here anymore. I think he went to bed.
yeah, I think you did.
One was in here and I didn't notice.
He was
Yeah.
here earlier.
Oh, like when
Let
I
us know he wasn't going live and whatnot.
Now, Bigfoot's ears may perk up when I say this, but last week I was talking on the phone outside, and it was dusky, dark, or whatever, and I heard like a thump in the distance.
Did you thump back?
No, I ain't got nothing to thump with.
What you do is you get one of those short baseball bats. It's a tree knocker. Bigfoot's shaking his head. Yes. So you get
hit it 3 times.
yeah, it's a tree knocker. It's like a shorter, fatter bat, and you just
I got one, or should I say, my wife's got one.
oh.
She knows how to use it too.
Brown Mountain.
Oh, he wants to know we gonna go to Brown Mountain.
Not unless he wants to.
He wants to.
Well, I would have to take y'all a different direction and meet y'all up there.
We may have to take 4 or 5 days or a week with all the things you want to do.
Go.
Again, when is this trip?
I know.
You guys are planning all this stuff, and you're not really going.
If you,
How long did I threaten to come see you?
Well, you guys come down here every year, so
Yeah, we try, yeah.
well, now, if you go to Brown Mountain, take I-77 south till you hit 421, and then take 421 west, and you'll go to Boone, North Carolina.
I'm gonna
And
forget this in like 5. I already did.
but
Yeah,
one turn, that's it.
you can't give me directions because what?
I've been to Charlotte.
Bigfoot's been to Charlotte. You can't give me directions because when I tell Bigfoot where to go,
Yeah.
it
Or you'll turn off way before you get to Charlotte.
well, no, you know that little boy who gives directions to Bear Creek Road?
Yeah.
Bigfoot come home from work years ago, and he's like, babe, this is how you give directions. And my girls, all 3 of them are like, yeah, Mom, you do. Because I use trees and big rocks, and you know that curvy, windy road and that bridge, you know, the one on the bridge, the wooden one? That's how I give directions. You take a right by there, and
Past the outhouse, you'll take the second road.
I don't know roads. I don't know any.
Lake,
Hey,
I kid you not. That's how they still give directions up there.
okay, I'm good.
Bushcraft, you're going to have to make a trip so we can all get together.
Mhm. Oh my goodness.
But come, your best bet would be either toward the end of summer when the temperature is starting to change up there.
Well, ours is hot, sticky, and moist and steamy all summer long, and fog
Oh
and
my God.
foggy.
We're going to Georgia.
What?
Yeah.
That's way down. George is way down there.
We ain't far from Georgia. Matter of fact, Georgia touches North Carolina.
He just said if we're
Yeah.
going that far, we're going to take a couple of weeks probably and go to Georgia. Jeez, what? Bushcraft, you better plan a vacation.
Well, now TJ told me it would take her, what was it, 8 hours from her place to mine.
Okay, we would definitely have to spend a day or two there at your place, or 3.
Yeah.
Then go to Georgia. Then
Oh,
go
shit,
back
no
and stay
problem.
again before we make the trip home. Because I think we were, from us to TJ, I think it was like 16 and a half to 17 hours. Maybe 18. I don't know. It was a long ways.
Well, see, I don't know exactly which way you would come, but I-85 goes into Atlanta.
Well, I don't want to go to Atlanta.
Mm-mm.
No,
Yeah, we
but
wanna drive around
I'm not saying nothing else.
But
But
I think that's like one of the closest, biggest cities to her.
it is.
That's where my
It is.
daughter was living, was south of there.
Oof.
Well, see, the
Not
wife
in Atlanta, but a
cousin,
town south of Atlanta, like I think 70 miles south. Actually, she was actually really close to TJ, where they moved to. Well, they're back up here now, but
well, see, the wife's got a cousin that lives east of Atlanta right now. And I've got a brother who lives closer to What Life down in that area.
Okay.
Yeah, another cousin lives in Texas.
Yeah.
It takes 11 hours and 41 minutes from here to Siler City. And then it
I
takes
used to drive that in a day. No
And-
problem.
Durham,
Durham. Yeah.
yeah, and Rocky Mount and Raleigh. Those are all between 11 and 12 hours.
Okay.
I'm just throwing off some places of the middle of there, because like when I hit North Carolina, this is where it takes me.
Okay. Now, did you say when you hit North Carolina, you're going to be on 85?
I
Now.
don't know where it would take me. There's
8540 merges together right there on the east side of Durham.
okay.
And there is a way from there to here.
Oh, it says 85. I had to like keep doing this.
Uh-huh.
All right. So yeah, 85. What's the temperature say?
Cold.
Is it did it turn on? It didn't. We didn't do a fire yet, and he didn't want the heat to come on, but I don't either. But I'm hot.
Let me go outside.
Are you babysitting the dog, or is it your dog?
I'm babysitting. There may be some trouble here in the real near future. I'll have to explain it in the back or at another time.
hey, Raptor Ranch, how's it going?
Hey, Raptor, that's
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here.
Oh, wow. Me and Lake, we having a pretty good time talking.
Yeah, everybody else is like off and talking about something else, and you guys
sorry,
are
guys.
planning a trip. And
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. We're going to have to do a backroom chat to ourselves, Blake.
No, even Bigfoot went to the back of the house.
Oh, no.
I gotta go in and go take my shower.
I was going to try to end it earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt you two because I wanted
didn't
to
happen.
send everybody over to Kyle's, but he already ended his stream.
Yeah,
Cheddar, pepper, Predator.
actually, Bigfoot went to the bedroom when we were on earlier, when I was up with you earlier before I dropped down for a little while. He was actually on with Kyle.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to send everybody over there.
Oops. He was going to send everybody over to Kyle's, but because me and Jeff,
Talking about imaginary trips.
Really?
You do guys know you guys were talking about this trip for like an hour.
Was it that long? Serious?
Yes.
no, it
And
wasn't.
I was going to end it at 9, and I was sending everybody over there.
It was actually 24 minutes. Sorry.
Uh-oh, you got a counter. You better watch it.
Well, we were talking about wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so we talked about wood, and then it became a trip. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Who is there anybody else out that we can send everybody over to? Oh, there we go. We can send everybody over to Yogi.
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 Oh, Yogi
Yogi.
Hollow Farms is
Yeah.
she live?
Yeah. I don't know how long she's going to be live, so we better hurry up and get it over there.
Okay.
Everybody go over there and give her a little love raid and say Bushcraft
Hey.
sent you over there.
Yeah. You guys will like
Okay.
follow if you haven't been over there.
There's the link there I just posted.
Her name is Laura.
Lisa.
Lisa. Okay.
Yeah.
The other girl,
Lisa.
yeah, the other girl is okay. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
And we should
Out.
be back Tuesday. Until then, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, we'll probably take up what we